The first thing that I want to put before us is that we need to correctly weight ourselves in the arc of history. Those who have heard me talk about this before, I've sometimes talked about it as being able to look at the clock of history and tell what time it is, so that we can understand and we can appreciate what our historical task is as individual activists, as collectives, as communities, as movements, as an African people. And it is no secret anymore that we are meeting at a most fundamental, most consequential historical turning point that has not been witnessed for a generation. The world order, as we have known it for the last 8 years, since the end of the Second World War, is unraveling. And it's no longer us activists who are sometimes hyperbole who are saying this. Less than a week ago, no other than the British Prime Minister, 𝗕cie𝗃𝗏𝗵, wrote an article in the Telegraph, you can look at it, where he is saying the world that we have known is over. Globalization has ended. We are in a new era. These are words that are being said by the British Prime Minister. And when we look around ourselves, there are certain trends that we cannot ignore, speak to the end of this historical cycle. And when we talk about the end of a historical cycle, we are talking about the termination of its capacity or its energy to be able to provide answers to the most critical questions for the onward continuation of society. So when we say exhausted, the same way that in a biological sense you can be exhausted, you can't lift your hand, you can't carry a certain load, the current world order, meaning its thinking, its institutions, its values, its ideas are exhausted. They can no longer carry the weight of sustaining society, stabilizing society, providing critical answers in every domain you can look at, whether it's on the political front, economic front, climate, social, in all domains. So that's what we mean when we say we are at a point of a termination of a historical order.